All right, so I finally decided to get my hands on these John Mayer signature Ernie Ball sets, and these strings feel great. I knew too when I first saw them that like the gauge seemed interesting because it had the like 10.5, like the half gauge in there, and I thought like what better than to put it on my Relict Vintage Plus ESP Strat, you know? I love this thing. It just feels broken in already. It's a 2007 model, and I think I lucked into it like 4 years ago in a trade. And this thing just sounds great, man. Now, a lot of people are wondering, are these strings actually different, or is it just the hype? Now, I'm a huge fan of John Mayer's playing, but let's be real here, I'm not John Mayer, and I also don't really want to sound like him, but I like his sound, and I figured maybe if I had these strings on this Strat, it would get me like a little more closer to that stratty tone that we all kind of go for. I don't want his exact tone, but I want something that is very much like it in that really good vintagey, stratty, clean, like sad but hopeful sound. I don't really know how to explain it. I'm not sure if like anyone really does as an artist, but I think we all know what I'm talking about. And I think it does get me a step closer to that whole feel, to be honest. I really like the feel of these strings, and I'm really happy that, in my opinion, this doesn't just feel like any normal string set. And I'm not just saying it because it's John Mayer, because honestly, I didn't think it would feel that different to begin with. I mean, I'd love to say that these things make me sound like John Mayer and give me like the theory that he does know. What I can say is they are super comfortable, and not only that, but it's almost like when you pick up a new guitar, they kind of inspire you to play differently, and these strings have me playing my guitar a little bit differently than the Paradigms that I had on it before. I've tried Cobalts and Paradigms on that Strat. I have Paradigms on this guitar right here, which honestly, yeah, these still feel very good, and these strings are getting kind of old. They don't feel old, but like I know when I last strung it. It's been a minute, and I will say some of them are starting to die, especially when I compare the tones between the two guitars. These strings are getting a little more dead. And then this is the guy that I recently put the D'Addarios on, and yeah, so like feeling it back and forth, it's a whole different feel between these two guitars. I mean, these strings feel so different. It's actually incredible, especially because like you're feeling the reaction to the string and everything, because like my fingers are all calloused up, so it just feels like it feels so different. Yeah, even just like bending the strings feel incredibly different. The tension, everything. And that is because it is just like a slightly difference in the gauge. These are very close to those, like very close. But if I were to put this in like a category, yeah, I'd have to try a fresh set of Paradigms, because I know Paradigms are right now my favorite next to those D'Addarios. I think they're kind of tied right now. They used to be my favorite, the Paradigms, but now I kind of like those with the D'Addarios. I'd have to try a fresh set on this to compare, but these are definitely up there, I'd say. Definitely up there. I like these a lot, especially on this guitar, so I might have these on this guitar for, who knows, very long time. Because as long as something like inspires me to play either different or come up with more things because it just makes the guitar feel better, then like that is worth so much to me. Yeah, it sounds like they have more low end in the chords and everything. I'll put a link to the strings down below. Let me know in the comments what kind of strings you're using, or if you tried these. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.